Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have to take Maxine to the vet today to get her vaccines. Vaccines for Maxine. Sorry, I just had to get that out of the way. Yeah, so I need to get ready for this trip. This is actually a different animal hospital than the one that I usually take Eugene to. I don't know if any of you watched my vlog a few months ago where I basically took Maxine to a different veterinary hospital closer to my workplace. So this hospital is nearer to my workplace, which means that obviously it's a little bit out of the way and harder to reach from where I live. Not too far distance-wise, but the annoying thing about it is that it's not really close to any train stations, and there's also not a bus that goes directly there from my station. So even though it would only be like a 15-minute drive by car, it would take me around 30 to 40 minutes using any type of public transportation. I would have to transfer a bunch of times, all that fun stuff. But you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that because I've decided that I'm just gonna take a cab. The reason that I chose to go back to this animal hospital rather than the one that's nearer to my house is basically because I'm petty. So the doctor that had a look at Maxine the first time I brought her in, he was the one that prescribed some cold medicine for her, and he also had to tube feed her some milk while we were there because her little stomach was so empty. She wasn't really eating much because of her cold. She was barely like 2 weeks old by that point, so poor tiny little helpless thing, right? But yeah, basically this doctor, and I don't know if he was trying to be funny or sarcastic, he definitely didn't give off any like mean or unfriendly vibes, but he basically told me in no uncertain terms that, oh, by the way, this kitten probably has like a 50-50 chance of surviving at best. Yeah, she's only a couple weeks old and she's been separated from her mother. This is a super fragile time for her, and on top of it she has a cold. I mean, you can try to nurse her back to health and raise her into a healthy, happy, functioning, regular adult cat, but just so you know, it's probably not gonna work and all your efforts will be futile and in vain. You have a nice day now, lady. That'll be 4,000 yen. What? I was like, excuse me? Both me and Maxine were highly offended, okay? If you are a follower of my Instagram or my cat's Instagram, Eugene the Bomb, go follow him. Maxine is featured regularly on there as well. Yeah, anyone who follows me and my updates on this kitten knows that if anyone was born with the fighting spirit, it's Maxine. Too long didn't read. Me and Maxine are going back to that curmudgeon-y old vet to show him that we collectively at the Strawberry household are doing just fine, and he really should have just kept his thoughts to himself because nobody needs his negativity in their lives, okay? Telling us that we have a 50-50 chance for survival. Rude. So as you've probably gathered by now, in order to make this tell-offage really truly impactful, we gotta beat this face. So I'm starting off with a mask because I mentioned that I was going to be a lot more diligent about skincare this winter. I actually bought these really fun, hilarious Heian art style masks, and it has the makeup that people used to do during that time printed on the actual masks. I bought these mainly to help stuff a lot of my Christmas packages for people, but I think that I also want to join in the fun actually, if only for one mask. I think I'll do this one. I kind of like this lady's accessories there. Oh my god, this is so moist.
Moisture is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of beauty.
I mean, all face masks are kind of like this, but this one is like super saturated. Like this cloth is just absolutely soaked. Ugh. I'm trying not to get it on my Vivienne Westwood shirt. Okay, there we go. I don't think this makeup looks bad on me actually. I almost want to try and recreate this with real makeup at some point. It's very avant-garde, you know? So this has hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and collagen, and it also smells like green tea. Very pleasant and relaxing. Holy crap, so much essence though. You guys can't see obviously, but I've basically wiped down like the entirety of both my arms with the excess, as well as completely down my neck. I'm basically covered in slime. It's kind of hard to talk with this on. While I'm masking, allow me to just talk a little bit about the palette that I've decided to use today. This is like hot off the presses, the newest, most hyped up release, limited edition. Everyone wants it. It's sold out in like 2 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually the Strawberry Shake Strawberry Shake Pressed Powder Palette by Colourpop. I know, right? I should be ashamed of myself. Like, Strawberry Loli, really? It took me this long to get this palette and use it on my channel, but that's just the way that the strawberry ripens. I was actually saving this palette for another Colourpop video that I was hoping to do sometime in the near future. I purchased 3 new palettes from Colourpop recently, actually. This one, Aha Honey, and Smoke Show. And I also got a bunch of their little, I forget the official name, the glitter jelly things, Glitterly Obsessed, I think that's it. They're like really chunky over-the-top glitters. They come in like a glass or plastic jar. Anyway, those will definitely be in the Colourpop video as well. But yeah, I thought that for the Strawberry Shake palette, screw it, let's just play around with it today. You know how people have a full closet of clothes and then they still say, oh my god, I can't find anything to wear? I feel like that sometimes with my makeup as well. Like, oh my god, I have 50 eyeshadow palettes and none of them are suiting my mood right now. What do I do? It's so funny. It looks like I used this palette to actually paint on the design of my mask. I am not only loving this color story, but also the very concentrated, opaque pigmentation of these shadows. Very on par with most of Colourpop's other palettes. I feel like Colourpop is a brand that is pretty consistent in their eyeshadow formula and quality. The only shade that I can tell right off the bat that I'm probably not going to be crazy about, this one right here, it's called Delish. You can barely see it because of my ring light and the fact that I don't know how to color correct my videos. This shade, oh god, do you see that fallout? Basically crumbles at the drop of a dime. I guess this is what would be considered a pressed pigment, pressed glitter formula. It's definitely not formulated the same as the other colors in this palette. Look, I feel like it's gonna fall apart, seriously. I'm like trying to press it back together. I don't know, there's just like not enough emollient bonding agent holding this together. And you see it's flaking off really easily. It looks kind of scaly, like a lizard that is molting or something. Not cute. But all the other shades do look promising. I'm actually really happily surprised to see that about half of the colors here, they lean more like peachy or warm-toned red and pink. So that tells me right away that this is probably going to be a very versatile palette. Okay, so I just wanted to save a little time by putting on my foundation and eyebrows first. We got some moderate fleekage going on today. It's not like the maximum fleekage that it could be dialed to, but I'll take it, you know? So I'm just priming with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. For my first color, I'm gonna go in with an all-over wash of Woke on the top right here. Wow, that actually packs quite a punch. I'm gonna try and sheer it out a little bit. Okay, that looks nice. I was debating between Woke and Paper Straw for my base, but I decided to go with Woke. And the reason for that is because I wanted a more obviously pink-leaning look. Because I feel like I constantly do so many corally, peachy type of eyeshadow looks that I wanted to try something different this time and make it markedly pink. Alright, so let's see. I am going to do a halo eye. I'm gonna take some of My Milkshake. Put that on the outer and inner third of my lids to create that domed halo effect. Okay, and you see I left a little space in the center of my lids there. Gonna go ahead and pat on a bit of whipped with my finger. Okay, so first of all, that blended really effortlessly. Second of all, I do love these colors against my skin tone. I feel like it just works with my undertones. It's kind of that sweet spot between red and pink, like a strawberry in real life. It is all looking a little bit blurry and same-ish to me right now, and you know what, that's totally fine because I purposely chose these colors, but I do want to sort of bring a little more shimmer into the mix. So even though I dread the fallout that's about to come, I am going to pat a little bit of Delish on the center. Oh, that's actually not that bad. It's sticking on there pretty well. Maybe it just needed a base to cling to. Okay, that's actually not that bad as a topper. I mean, it's still kind of flaky, but it looks cohesive layered on top of the other eyeshadows. Whenever I see this name Delish, I think of Delicious from Flavor of Love seasons 1 and 2. Do any other early 2000s babies remember that show? HBIC, New York is my queen.
I wish you an ounce of luck, and hopefully your life will be okay if it's not too damn bad.
Alright, so for the final shade, I will just add a little bit of Shake It Up into my outer V and outer third of my lower lash line. And I like how you can pretty much, well, if you have the right brush, it's easy to kind of carve out a sharp edge with Colourpop mattes. I feel like their matte formulas are really easy to control and work with. Okay, a little bit My Chemical Romance, but that's fine. I'm trying to make a statement today anyway. I wish that Shake It Up was a tad bit darker because as far as I can tell, this is the darkest color in the palette. Like you can tell that it's a different shade, but to me it doesn't stand out so much against Woke and My Milkshake. But that's fine. I'm gonna stamp a little bit of Delish in the inner corner there, just to add some light. Yeah, I really hope that this pigment stays in place for at least a couple of hours, because that would be sad if it flaked off before I even got to the vet's office. Now I am running a little bit late, so I'm gonna cut the tape here, do my eyeliner and eyelashes and stuff off camera, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. Okay, now I'm just going to very quickly brush on some of this Cézanne Pearl Glow Cheek in the color P1. Blush is so important, you guys, especially in winter. Blush is actually really important and underestimated, I think. Like, it literally is necessary to add the color back to your face and make you look like a living person, you know? Okay, and then for highlight, I'm going to be using my new fave at the moment, Sweet Sweets Effect Liquid Highlighter. This has like a very faint pink ship to it, almost like a toned down Aurora-esque effect. This dries pretty quickly though, so you just want to be mindful of that and work quickly once you've applied it to your face. I think I need just an extra layer on the cheekbones there. I am not coming to play today, you guys. Yeah, see, it's not like a runny liquid formula in the first place. The consistency is more of a condensed mousse, so just make sure that you blend that out right as you apply it on your face. Alright, and I'm still on my gloss kick even though it's the dead of winter, so I'll add a bit of this baby pink, almost lilac, RMK Jelly Lip Color. And that is the finished look. I think it's pretty cute, kind of like a gothic strawberry loli. Maxine doesn't need makeup because she was born cute. I think we're ready to go into that vet's office swingin'.
Don't be fucking rude.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God,
Stop.
don't be fucking
What
rude
are
and
you
throw the thing on
doing?
me. I'll fucking hurt you. Don't do that.
Stop. Oh my god.
Fucking
God.
bitch.
Get out.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.